tweet. There we go. And we are live. I say that every time. You get so mad.
I don't get mad. It's just everybody says that.
Fine. We're not live. Fuck all you guys. So.
I remember on Bullstream last night when I said, don't say we're live. Just fucking sweep the legs right out from under. Anyways.
So, hi guys, welcome to the Radical Tangent. I am Subconscious Devil, and this is my partner in crime, Wild Tanuki. Today we are doing something different. Remember at the end of the last episode, we kind of said we're gonna just start talking about whatever the fuck we want to talk about. You know, the movies and stuff is fun, and we like it, and we're gonna keep doing it. But we're gonna do movie reviews as like a one-off episode. And today we decided, fuck it, let's talk about free speech.
Yeah, because I came across a tweet that it irked me a little bit.
You know what? Let's just show the people the tweet.
Yeah.
There we go. That's the tweet. Speech should be free, not because we're... Huh? Hey, give it a second. It's going to fucking pop up. Look, it's there.
Okay.
You have to remember the stream is a little bit behind what we're talking about. God. You're really bad at this. You know that?
I'm not the OBS expert here.
Oh, Laura's here. Hi, Triax. Hey, War Hippie.
War Hippie. We need to do another CNC stream sometime. That was fun. Anyways. So, this is a tweet. The tweet in question that got... Well, I found it first and I showed it to Subby here. And it kind of both rubbed us a bit the wrong way.
Yep. And so we decided, seeing as we're going to start doing other stuff, I mean, it won't be politics every time. It's going to be just whatever the fuck we want to say. You know, we'll just talk about current events or fucking, you know, dildo factories or something. So,
or dolphin hand jobs.
Well, we don't talk about that. We just do it.
Oh, that's right. You weren't there for when I talked about the woman who speaks to dolphins.
No, but I've heard about her.
Well, that's a tale for a different time. That could be a whole episode on its own. Anyways, so yes, free speech is important because ideas matter. Words are just words. Words make up ideas. If people weren't aware. And having the free marketplace of ideas does matter. So this is another case of the left can't meme.
I think this was the original The Left Can't Meme. I mean, because
it's 12th of September.
Yeah, and that was before they started trying to meme super hard. God, like the weird thing about this is, and we kind of went over it a little bit before we went live, and free speech is important because ideas matter versus words are just words. Well, the thing is words are just words. Chair is just a word. But if I said I want to make a really beautiful chair made out of mahogany,
that's an idea.
That's an idea. You can have just a word, but words are used to express an idea in a way that everybody else can understand, even your most fucked up ideas. So this came out right around the time of PewDiePie's whole what do we want? Let's call it the nigga gate. No hard R's. No hard R's. I mean, I don't mind saying the hard R. I don't care. I don't want to get demonetized for something stupid.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're not monetized anyways. I just don't really want to get banned.
Fucking community guideline strikes from a bitch. Anyways.
So, this kind of sparked a little bit of a debate but not even a debate, a discussion between us, and we decided that we were going to bring it here and just kind of go over it a little bit. I honestly forgot like half of my fucking points, so there's that.
There's a real discussion that happens during this thread where at one point somebody makes the claim of, oh, the only reason people want quote unquote free speech is so they can say the N-word without any repercussions, which it boggled my mind that someone thought that is the reason. Out of all the things in the world,
yeah,
that's the reason. Yeah, we want to say the N-word without any consequences. That's exactly it. It's not because somebody could go into office, completely undermine all your ideas. Oh, hey, Red.
Hey, Red.
Oh, hi, Red.
Fine,
And,
don't say hi to me, too. Jeez. She doesn't know who I am.
allergic to it.
She doesn't know who I am. It's fine.
Anyways, it's not like somebody could slowly sneak underneath your ideas, completely undermine them, use your own, like, say, oh, yeah, I believe in all your ideas, get into office, and then completely, like, flip it on its head. And then say, you know what? Since I don't like it, what you're saying is hate speech. So that's the problem, is that people don't understand the core values of free speech isn't in the fact that you can say whatever you want. It's that you can't have what you're saying taken away from you. Like, you can't be put in a gulag for making a fucking pug do a Nazi salute.
Well, and God, and you know, I watched. I when I went to go see it, I was watching one of Jeff Holiday's videos, the Project Kekistan one.
Yeah.
And there was a point where he was talking about, oh, they're saying that a bunch of Nazis are, you know, walking around with patches. She actually doesn't know who I am.
Oh, it's so sad. Hey, Subby, Artie's good to go if you want to bring him in.
Yeah, go ahead and send him the link.
Okay.
So, the you know, that little green patch that KKK guy was wearing. Oh, that's the Kekistan flag. Well, it's not actually, but that's okay. I don't remember where I was going. I got it all fucked up. I'm all fuckered up. Shit. So yeah,
we're all kinds of fucked up. That's just how it be.
It
really is just people misinterpreting a lot of fucking shit for their own ideals, and it's disgusting.
Yeah, well, the thing is okay, Red, I just followed you on Twitter. There you go. Now you know who I am. So, I don't know. I honestly, I don't think that what he said was that big of a deal. And I've been, you know, I watched Philip DeFranco a lot, and I've noticed something over the past couple weeks is that he's kind of changing his tune on a few things, and I don't know if you've noticed it. Do you watch Philly D?
I'm used to, like, a lot, but not so much anymore, just because I've been working hard.
Well, it's interesting. I mean, I like Philly D. I think that he's got a lot of good takes on a lot of things, and that's, you know, all that fun shit. And but he's kind of changed his tune, and I don't want to say that he's giving into pressure. He might not be. He might have always had, you know, been, because he's been pretty neutral about things, but it just seems that some of the things that he has said before are almost the exact opposite of the things that he's saying now, in a way, or they're just they're just different, and I'm not sure if it's him trying to placate YouTube, or if it's, you know, just the way he feels. And if that, either way is okay, I don't really care that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, the thing is with Philly D, he does not have to have the monetization of YouTube.
No, he doesn't.
That's very clear. So I don't think YouTube's gonna nail him with anything, since he's such a well-known person within their website. So I think he's never been one to like really play off of like, oh, I just said this because I worked for a company and that's that.
Yeah.
So I think this is more of his own honest opinions about things. So
Yeah.
and if he is being hypocritical, he has stated on numerous times where you're not going to agree with him 100% of the time.
Yeah.
And I haven't. And that's fair. I mean, he's open to have his own opinion. He just kind of reports his own thoughts and views on things. I can't say that that's bad. I can say, hey, I don't agree with you, and this is something that you should really look into more. That's about all I can do.
Yeah. You know, I don't know. What, oh God, what was it? I wish I could remember what it was, but they're fucking Destiny. You know who Destiny is, right?
Oh, God.
Did you see the Patty Politics thing?
I can't bring myself to watch that.
No. Well, no. Did you see the tweets that he said? That he put out to her?
Yeah.
What did he call her? Uncle Tom?
Yeah. That's pretty fucked up.
Seriously, how do you fucking...
And he's not the racist here.
No.
Racist.
Patty's... Yeah, Omni Destiny, that fucking douche nozzle. That guy fucking go kill himself.
Thoughts presented by Subconscious Devil do not reflect the thoughts of the Radical Tangent. Just to make that clear.
What are you talking about? I'm Wild Tanuki.
I will cruise to this goddamn computer and bitch slap you.
Dude, what are they gonna do? Demonetize us? Fucking put us on the hit list? I don't fucking care. Suck my balls. Suck my balls, YouTube. Fucking Google douchebags. Fucking. Honestly, if there was a viable competitor for YouTube, I would be all over it.
Yeah, because right now there's like VidMe, people are saying, but VidMe is still in like the baby stages.
Well, not only that, but I can't do my gaming live streams on VidMe. Not yet, at least. I mean,
have you made a comment to them? Because I heard they're pretty responsive.
Hey, Boons, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
Yes, that is actually true. No, I don't know. I'm sure that's something that they're working on, but as of right now, you can't. Although, when I stream next, because I'm going to probably do a game stream tonight, which I will actually be talking... I'm going to be putting a schedule out for my gaming. I'm going to be streaming at least an hour a day. But on my days off, I'm probably going to stream like 4 to 6 hours at a time. And I'm going to be doing an actual schedule where... I don't know.
Also, I'm drinking a great beer today. It's a salted caramel bourbon barrel aged porter from Anderson Valley. It's delicious.
Okay, so we'll go back to that. I don't know.
Yeah, this is fucking. Yeah.
This is hard hitting journalism right here. Look at that. We're journalists, right?
No, we're commentators.
Oh, I thought we were journalists. Wait, nope, I don't have a blue check mark. Never mind.
Oh my god, the people saying that they're right for having a blue fucking check mark and that everybody else is a peasant is fucking remarkable.
Wait, is that actually a thing?
Yeah, like there are people who say like, "Oh, you don't have a blue check mark. Your opinion's worthless."
No, my favorite one is, "Oh, you've only got such and such subscribers." And God, there was this one time I saw this lady. She did that to this kid. He was like 19 years old. Within 3 hours, he had about 1,000 more subs or 1,000 more followers on Twitter than she did.
And that's always the fun thing. You look into somebody's actual numbers, and you're like, "Oh, well, I have a follower count this high," and then you like put in their stuff, and you look, it's like, dude, like 90% of your shit's bots. There's like maybe 1,000 people who actually are real people. As well, that doesn't matter because my subs are higher. Or my followers are higher.
You want to know what's funny is that, you know, those people, there are those people out there. Every time that I see an obvious bot, I block it because obvious bot is obvious. I mean, the only bot that I actually follow is Prince of Dew's bot, which everybody should go follow Prince of Dew and subscribe to her YouTube channel.
Yeah, her Twitter handle is Dense of Prue. So definitely do that. Yep. Yeah, she got her whole fucking first account. I gotta go on another campaign again. Do you realize how hard it was to instigate all that? It wasn't really hard, but do you know how much effort I put into that? Well, I didn't put a lot of effort into it, but it was one of my favorite things I've ever instigated in my life.
So,
hey, shows.
No, actually, Boons, no, I don't. It was just some random kid on Twitter. Hey, what's up? So, Boons, what did you think of It? I was talking with Modern Medusa earlier, and she really liked It, and she's like, it made me find my love for horror movies again. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of true, actually. I was not excited for it, but I like it now. But anyways, so let's go ahead and
go to the next bit.
Yeah, the next bit with the stuff and the things. So look at this. We have production value. Watch this. Boom. We have an article.
First time for everything.
We have an article. Who likes this article right here? This is interesting. Okay. New study shows why college students can't handle free speech. This was on The Blaze, which I don't know very much about The Blaze, so I don't really care.
But it's an interesting article nonetheless.
So do we want to just go ahead and
just dive right in?
Yeah, just go ahead and read it, and we'll just talk about it. You want to read it? Go for it.
Yeah, I'll read it, and we'll commentate things as we go. College students need counseling after being exposed to the words Ben Shapiro. And protest groups get loud and violent in their desperation to silence those they disagree with, because many of them simply don't understand what the First Amendment means. Now, this honestly doesn't shock me a whole lot, because people are fucking stupid.
Well, I mean, it's true. That statement does make sense. They really don't. They don't understand what the First Amendment means. I mean, it's not just, oh, well, you just wanted to say nigger all day. No, motherfucker, I don't want to just say nigger. I want things that I
want any possible future that could be undermined for your speech. Anything that says like, oh, well, your speech is hate speech now. I want that to be gone too.
Yeah.
I'm concerned for your future, motherfucker.
Well, we'll put it this way. I want Steve Shives to be able to say that he wants to run Richard Spencer over with the lawnmower. I want him to be able to say that. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I felt that he was actually threatening to do that, I would probably call the police. But then again, this isn't fucking, what's that fucking video game called?
That specific,
The zombie one, Dead something.
Oh, Blood Drive?
No, Blood Drive.
Yeah, it was this game where it's like you ran over zombies with the car and shit.
No, it's the one where the first one was in a mall.
Dead Rising.
Yeah, that one.
Those were some fun games. Anyways. So.
Yes, thank you, Boons. Thank you. God, you know, this... I am never prepared for this. We go off on so many tangents, and I just get so fuckered up. So continue with the story here.
What happens when words are viewed as violence? Washington Post columnist Catherine Rampell had to think of the R version of Campbell there. Perfectly summarized the dangers of equating words with violence. If speech is violence, then violence becomes justifiable response to speech. That's the logic that leads to 20% of college undergraduates to believe that violence is justifiable response to a controversial speaker, according to a survey by Brookings Institute. What do you do about a speaker you don't like? So, actually, I'm going to skim the article I have.
Oh, because I'm moving it around all weird.
Yeah. That.
Okay, I'll continue from here. Do we want to talk about that actually?
Having that the 20% of college undergrads believe violence is justifiable response to.
Basically, if speech is violence, then violence becomes a justifiable response to speech.
And the answer for that is that's completely right. It's insane.
Actually, the correct response to that is burn it with fire.
So, and we'll get some tactical nukes up in here.
But honestly, so I honestly don't really know what to say to that because I hate that. That is such a shit argument. But I mean, I think that the rest of this article is going to kind of deal with this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Though I think one of the reasons is because so many professors now, they were raised up in like activist-esque households probably, or they went into like high school or into college and they got really into quote unquote activism or slacktivism, or as I usually refer to it, armchair activism.
You know,
where it's just you say something over and over again and you go, yeah, that's right, and you read a lot of articles, but you don't really go out there a whole lot and you don't really understand the real world.
Well, and then there's, I don't know if this is true, obviously, but I heard there's this, it's like a conspiracy theory that Russia back in like the 60s or some shit decided that the best way to instill communism in America was to infest the schools with communist teachers that would promote this slowly and
it's definitely feels like a poison the well tactic.
Exactly. And it's, you know, and then over decades we get to where we're at, and if we don't squash it now, we will actually have to I forgot where I was going. I read the fucking chat. Now I'm lost.
On point, man.
If we don't squash this now, we're actually going to have a communist revolution in the future.
It's fucking insane. It really is. Where it's like, oh well, this speech is hateful, so it shouldn't be around. It's like, you don't. They're words. They're words. They're literally just words.
Yeah.
They're just spoken. They have no action. Does it hurt your feelings? Yeah, it does sometimes.
Yeah.
It could be like really controversial. It's like, I want to go on a lynch mob and kill all these darkies and shit like that. And that's fucked up, obviously. But if they're just saying it and they're not acting on it, then all you can do is just keep a watchful eye on their actions. But the thing is, here's the interesting thing, is that's profile. It's like somebody does a action or says something or does something, and you keep an eye on them because they show predetermined actions or thought processes of past ensuers of violence, right?
Well, and that's why, like, for decades, the FBI has had watch lists on people. Like, if you go to a library, you buy the Anarchist Cookbook.
Exactly.
You get on a watch list.
Yeah, and the thing I have to say about it is, like, there's so many people like, well, profiling is wrong. It's like, yeah, profiling can be pretty fucked up, but there is a reason that we profile things.
Okay, well, I've actually had a similar conversation to that when it comes to illegal immigration. They say, oh, well, you remember the Sheriff Joe Arpaio thing, how he got arrested, tried, convicted, and then was pardoned by President Trump. Well, during that entire thing, people would say things like, "Oh, well, Sheriff Joe Arpaio was targeting Hispanics." Well, it's not like we got to worry about fucking Canadians coming. We're not on the fucking northern border. We're on the southern border. You're gonna look like, okay, if 90% of the illegal immigrants are Hispanic, you're not gonna look for the one Canadian guy. You're going to look at the Hispanic guy and say, well, if anybody's going to be this thing, it's going to be you. That's why searching little kids and old ladies and, fucking guys in fucking army uniforms for fucking bombs going onto a plane is ridiculous. Those guys probably aren't going to be the people that are going to blow up the fucking plane. It's going to be the Arab guy that's in his 30s that's traveling alone one way with no baggage.
Who's been looked into and has very hard political activism background. It's like I said, profiling at times can be fucked up, but there is a definite reason as to why we profile things. And it's a matter of safety. And I hate the people like, well, it's so hard to immigrate here. People just want to have a better life. It's like, I get that.
Well, I don't get that. That's a bullshit argument.
No. I get that people want to have a better life, but that does not mean that it's going to happen.
Well, and not only that, but just because people want something doesn't mean they get it.
As Mick Jagger said, you don't always get what you want.
Well, you can't always get what you want, but close enough.
Motherfucker, don't undermine me.
I'll do what I want. Anyways, but like the illegal immigration thing, it's fucking hard. And honestly, it should be harder. We should look at Australia, for example. They take in a certain number of people in certain job skills. They don't just say, hey, we need like 30 doctors, but you're a roofer. Come on in. We'll just set you up. No, that shit doesn't happen.
Yeah, and it's people just want, like, I don't know how to put this in a proper way of saying it. They think that having these people in here will be good for the country. That's not necessarily so, because you're also taking away people from their original country. Just like, let's have all these people in, and then that country suffer more.
Yeah, Blonde in the Belly of the Beast did a very good video on that, actually.
I don't know. I've not really watched any of her stuff.
I like Blonde.
I like Matt Christensen's though.
Yeah, I don't know if he touched on it or not, but
I very much enjoy his mellowness.
You want to know who else did a very good video on it?
Razor Fist.
Razor Fist. How did you know I was going to say Razor Fist? Because I always talk about Razor Fist.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Do you always talk about Razor Fist? Like how you have an obsession with him, and he's like your favorite YouTuber ever, and you just want to like you dream at night about like his cock just rolling across your face.
Pretty much. Anyways.
Yeah, Razor Fist did an excellent video talking about the whole immigration thing, and I agree with him on a lot of it. Holy shit!
Yeah,
like how countries should have the opportunity to come in and not go to other countries for a better life, but improve their own country to give a better life to the future residents of that country.
Well, yeah, I mean, if the potential revolutionaries can just leave, they'll leave. But if they're forced to stay, they'll revolt.
Exactly.
All right, Laura, have a good night. Night. Is it night there? It's night there. I'm going to pretend. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and continue with this. What do you do about a speaker you don't like? For many college students, the answer is too often either scream or fight. That's because 44% of undergraduates don't think the First Amendment protects so-called hate speech. 51% think it's appropriate to shout over controversial speakers so they can't be heard. 62% of students think the First Amendment requires a school to bring in a speaker of the opposite viewpoint to balance out a controversial speaker. And 53% of students think colleges are supposed to foster a positive learning environment by prohibiting certain offensive speech rather than allowing for the expression of all viewpoints.
Okay. You want to limit certain offensive speech, but you want people to allow all viewpoints. That's contradictory in logic. And not only that, the school is not supposed to be a comfortable space. You're supposed to have your views challenged for the sake of learning the thing you're going into. It's supposed to challenge your beliefs.
Well, yeah. Let's say that. Let's not even go into the beliefs thing. I mean, if it's supposed to foster a positive learning environment, even without the controversial thing, a positive learning environment, everybody gets fucking A's because we don't want to be negative, even though you suck at this job.
And then you just have people go out into the workforce that don't know fucking jack.
Yeah, and then you end up with people. Okay, I watched the Defiant Ones recently, which is about Jimmy Iovine and Dr. Dre, and how they came together and how they've just like their entire stories and everything up to them selling Beats by Dre to Apple for $3.2 billion. Okay.
Also, fuck Beats by Dre. Never buy that bullshit ever.
Okay. So the thing is they just sold it. They would have never made it to that point if during Vietnam he was trying to not go to war, which I get. I mean, a lot of people give like Trump shit. Oh, he dodged the draft. You know what though? Nobody wants to get shot. Nobody. I don't want to get shot. Do you want to get shot?
Fuck no, I've been stabbed, dude. That was bad enough.
Yeah, so nobody wants to get shot. I don't blame people for going to college to get out of the draft. Now, if you can't go to college or hack it in college and you try and go to fucking Canada, I don't get that. But anyways, beyond the point, doesn't matter. If he would have not gone to college and been told, hey, maybe you're not suited for this, maybe you should find something else, we would have never gotten to the point where they just sold a company for $3.2 billion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He would have never gotten to that point.
So it's really a testament to saying, like, you don't know where the future may be, but sometimes it's better to just go with it.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody says, this doesn't seem like a good field for you, it's not the fact of, like, so we're going to dumb down your lessons so you can make it through the class. No. Say, how about instead of this class, you find something that you're really strong in?
Mm-hmm.
So, I feel like, for me, I was going to go to college. I was going to go to college, do all that. Instead, somebody showed me an article, and I looked at it and I go, wow, that actually looks really fucking interesting. I'd like to go into that. And all he says, graduate high school, and we'll take care of the rest. And that's what I did, and that's why I'm in the position I'm in now. Sometimes the thing you want isn't really what you should be going for. Like, I know a guy who, he wanted to be a fucking nurse. Not that there's anything wrong with that, subby.
I'm not a nurse. I'm not a nurse, though. But anyways. So, continue.
I was trying to make a joke, and then just, I lost the moment. Anyways, he wanted to be a nurse, and he started studying for it and all that. And then a guy goes, hey, man, I know you're pressed for money. You want to just, like, work odd jobs on an oil rig for a while? Well, no. It was a fracking rig. So he helped with frackers and whatnot. And he got really into it, and then he really got into, like, electrical stuff and IT, and, like, figuring out how all the machines work and all the scanners and instruments. And from there, he got really into studying like computers and whatnot. And now he works IT repair, and he loves every second of his job.
See, and there you go. Sometimes being told no pushes you to find a better thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
So, this writer's perspective. We've got to do better. We've got to teach better. One of the results of the Brookings survey revealed that many of these students were freshmen who came into college with these beliefs about freedom of speech. This reflects a failure by elementary and secondary school systems and parents alike. It has produced a generation of students who aren't equipped to cope with the reality that many people believe and say things that they will find unacceptable or disgusting. Maybe it began with the good intention of discouraging racists and bigots from mistreating others, but without proper education, our country will lose sight of the difference between what someone should say and what they have the constitutional right to say. And then he goes on to say, I was taught that sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Increasingly, incidents on college campuses show that children are being taught to pick up sticks and stones when someone's words hurt their feelings. That has to change.
Now he even says, which I think is the proper way to say it, he doesn't call them young adults, he calls them children. And that's exactly what they are.
Yeah.
As soon as they hear something that hurts their feelings, they go off and go wild and scream and kick and yell. These aren't adults. These aren't productive members of society that are going to help this country grow. These are fucking children who are throwing a goddamn tantrum. Well, it's disgusting.
And I guarantee most of those kids are the ones that didn't have jobs during high school. Shit, when I was in high school, I was working 40 to 48 hours every week, every single week, and I went to school full time.
I don't know. I was too busy chopping wood.
Or, they didn't have jobs, their parents, or they got scholarships, or their parents are paying for college. They don't have to worry about the consequences of the things that they do because they were never been consequences.
They were never taught what hard work actually is.
Yeah.
And like, not just hard work, but also consequence and the reality of things.
Because we'll put it this way. If you walk into a fucking place of business and you're like, I need a job, and then they give you a job, and then you go into that job and then you just accuse everybody else of all these horrible things, they're eventually going to look at the common denominator, which being you, and they're going to say, you know what, fuck off.
Yes, war hippie, something with woods, because I lived out in the sticks. I know you're trying to make a sexual innuendo. I'm shutting that down now. Anyways, so this actually, talking about that, how it makes them think they're going to have like power in the workplace. I read an article a long fucking time ago, and it was kind of disgusting, where for lack of a better term, millennial, and I fucking hate that term, but anyways.
Because you're a millennial.
Shut the fuck up. So, this woman, she went and got this job at this firm. I can't remember for the life of me what it was because I read the article years ago. But essentially what it came down to is she felt like her fashion or her right to express herself was fucked up because they had a dress code. It was, you need to wear good shoes and whatnot and a suit and all that. Well, there was a guy in there, he wore tennis shoes. And she like got all the people together, like all the millennials that were working there together, and so they signed a petition, and she gave it to the boss, saying, "Hey, we're not going to work until you have us have our own dress code." And I believe, don't hold me to this, but I believe she was fired, or she was let go, or something along those lines. It was a long time ago reading this article, so. But it turns out the guy was actually a veteran, and the reason he had to wear tennis shoes was because he had, like, bad legs.
Yeah, and wearing the hard sole shoes would destroy his... Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, so that was, like, she didn't look into it, she didn't do anything, she just saw a guy, oh, he's wearing tennis shoes, I should be able to wear tennis shoes. and didn't even like talk to the guy about why he was wearing tennis shoes or anything like that. Just felt entitled to the whole situation, and it's just sad.
Yeah, well, we'll put it this way: people with leg and back issues, even in the Army, you get a waiver for that kind of thing, and you can wear tennis shoes in military uniform. So even in the military, where they are so strict about everything, especially uniforms, things like that, they will allow you to wear tennis shoes if you have medical reasons for doing so.
Yeah, it's just like you said, they'll get out in the world and they won't even understand the proper way to go about things.
Yeah.
Well, I'll sign a petition and that'll take care of everything.
So, and Red Royal said, if they're in college, they are no longer children. That is true, but they go in being children because they're fucking retarded, apparently. That's why we're saying that they're children. It's because they're fucking idiots.
Yeah, if somebody says a bad word and that causes them to make a giant protest or do a petition just because somebody said some things they don't like, they're children.
Well,
they're throwing a tantrum.
We'll put it this way. When I was a teenager, I was looked at funny when I would cuss and things like that. And not around my friends, because my friends, we were all metalheads and we all said shit. Whatever, it didn't matter. But, you know, a lot of people would frown upon it and say, oh, you shouldn't say that because what if it offends somebody? My argument then is the same as my argument against the N-word. Who cares if I offend somebody? It doesn't hurt anybody. It offends them, yeah, maybe. But offense does not hurt.
Trust me, it doesn't matter how much emotional pain you've been through. Pain, it don't matter.
Yeah, but being slightly offended isn't gonna... It's not like fucking breaking a finger or some shit. You know what I mean? It doesn't even compute.
Oh, Mark. Oh, dude. Did you read the article? This was probably a year ago this article came out. It was about ancestral PTSD.
Oh, God, no. We're not talking about that. I'll fucking kill some people.
Okay, long story short, apparently, if you say something that's, like, racist, then because people who have, like, ancestors who were enslaved, they have PTSD because of genetics. And that's all we're going to talk about on that. Because it's fucking stupid as shit.
The only thing I'm going to say is we're not in fucking Assassin's Creed.
This is not the Animus.
Okay, so we've got another article. This one's just more of like a fun, funny thing. I actually kind of want... Now that I think about it, I wish we would have saved this, but we're going to talk about it anyways. The reason I say I wish we would have saved it is because we're going to try and have a talk about whitewashing, but this would have been a good one for that, actually.
Well, we can do a callback.
Yep. Okay, so here we go. The Full Metal Alchemist anime from the original anime director criticizes the live-action movie's all-Japanese cast. Now, I will let you talk about this.
Yeah, because I have the most experience with this.
Yes.
Now, the reason he has a bit of a problem with it is because for those that are watching, I don't know if you're aware, but Full Metal Alchemist is based in the World War II-esque era. The only difference is that there are people who can like control the elements. They have the power to morph and change things with alchemy. But essentially, it's just the same thought where it's just like this post-World War II world, and it's based in the standard places of that war. So it's like Europe. So there's going to be obviously a lot of like German people, a lot of white people, and in this entirety, it's just all Japanese. Which, to be honest with me, I don't care. It's their movie. They can cast whoever the fuck they want. That's not a big deal.
Here's my thing. I do care to a point, only because there's no moral outrage around this, but all kinds of moral outrage around Scarlett Johansson playing fucking what Major, yeah. Or
okay, I'll give you that.
That's the only problem that I have with it, is because there's moral outrage about certain things, but not other things that are pretty much the exact same thing.
Or Matt Damon playing a European in a Chinese movie.
About a European, yeah.
No, that was the Great Wall. So it was in China, but they had European mercenaries that were in the movie, and they were played by actual white people.
Actually, War Hippie, that is not a robot. That is a suit of armor that has been fused with the soul of a boy.
Yeah.
That's the basic idea of it, right?
Well yeah. It the blood of Alphonse Ulrich was fused with that suit of armor, and now he has a blood seal in the suit of armor, so his soul is attached to it.
It's his younger brother. Well, not this guy's younger brother, because this guy's not actually the guy, because the guy's not Asian.
Yeah, soul transmutation. Thank you, Red. Oh yeah, Ghost in the Shell. Yeah, actually, she's not a robot. She's a android. No, not even android. She's a cyborg because she still has a human brain. But it's like 99% robot, 1% human. Anyways, that all aside.
So, go ahead and read the article.
Okay. So I got it in front of me. The live-action Fullmetal Alchemist movie cast is all Japanese, even if the characters are not. The anime director says this was a bad idea. While speaking at a recent stage show in Tokyo, Fullmetal Alchemist anime director Saiji... Sorry, it takes me a while to pronounce...
Mizushima,
yeah. Is quoted by as saying it was a bad idea to only use Japanese actor. Continuing, Mizushima added, "If you asked me whether I think the cast could pull it off, I'd say that no, they can't." He also said it's hard for actors to capture the look and feel of the original manga. He didn't have kind words for the recent live-action Gintama adaptation, saying that it just looks stupid. That doesn't mean Mizushima hopes the live-action Fullmetal Alchemist movie will fail. On the contrary, while he mentions the merit of the anime adaptation, he did say he was rooting for the Fullmetal Alchemist movie. Bad ideas and all, I guess. Now, there is a reason. Because the Japanese are very much about localization, where you can only have, like, a certain understanding of things that occur in, say, anime or manga, because they're rooted in local areas of Japan. And because of that, you can't really get a lot of, like, European mannerisms or thoughts or slang and things like that, which would be prominent in the Fullmetal Alchemist world. So that's probably what he's talking about for the betrayal aspect.
Yeah, well, and not only that, but, like, a lot of times Japanese people are said to not have very expressionable faces, and that's because they're taught to be very reserved throughout their entire lives. So they don't express things very well through their face. That's probably why anime is just so over the top, is because they're trying to show that expression, but they don't really understand the expression. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the reason why a lot of, like, anime faces are much different than what the actual Asian face looks like. Just due to the simple fact it's easier for expression to be shown on those styles. But yeah, a lot of people from Japan have a more reserved attitude about certain things. And that's kind of almost the reason why a lot of Japanese shows and whatnot are way, way, way over the top. Like, I don't know if anybody's familiar with Most Extreme Elimination Challenge.
Oh, I love that show.
Oh, yeah. That was a great show. And the reason everything was over the top on that is because the Japanese are so much about formality that it kind of makes them reserved constantly. They're always trying to be respectful and honorable. Even if it's just like very low key. So it's when they finally get the chance to cut loose, they're just going to go over the top with it.
And they don't want their entertainment to be exactly like their real lives.
Exactly.
Just like us.
There's a reason it's called escapism.
Yeah.
That's one thing I wish that TV shows in America would take from Japan, is that people don't want to see
what they see every day.
Yeah. They don't want to see the mundane. They want to see something interesting. They want a good story. They want to hear about, if it's real life, it has to be a good story about real life, an adventure that people went on.
Yeah.
And hearing like all this serious fucking stuff's like, oh, well, I fucking hate Cindy. She's a bitch because she betrayed. It's like, fuck that. I would take a fucking 1,000 Knight Riders over fucking Jersey Shore bullshit.
Yeah. Okay. So there's something else that we actually skipped over because I'm stupid. We were going to talk about the entire Take a Knee hashtag that's going.
I think we can cover that in, like 5 minutes?
Yeah, it's a really quick thing. Here's my take on this. So the basic idea is a lot of NFL teams are all taking knees basically in protest of what Donald Trump said. Here's my thing. I have two thought processes about this, and they are basically contradictory to each other. Oh yeah, that's not you. That's fucking YouTube being gay.
Yeah, YouTube's a piece of shit, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, sorry about that. Here's the way I feel about this. Yes, they have the right to do it, and yes, they can do it. I don't care. Because it is covered under freedom of expression. The problem is, in a way, I want to hold those people to the same standards that they would hold us. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that, and mine's kind of along the same process. But if somebody doesn't want to like stand up for the national anthem and all that, and all that, that's on them. I do it because I have a deep respect for this country. I'm not really a patriot, but I care about this country and the soldiers that protect our well-being and our rights and all that. And I want to see this country do well. I do. And I have a deep love of all the small towns and the big cities and all that. Just American culture in general. Even though people don't say we have a culture, we do. It's just you have to look deeper because it's a very young country. And so it's not going to build up culture overnight. We do have it. The rap scene, all of that all happened in this fucking country. That started in here. And just like all these different like rock and all of that and metal, it all stemmed from America. And that's the beauty of it, is that we have so many different things that we can reach from. I just want to see the next evolution of it. And I want to see the people protected, and I want them to live happy lives. And that's the reason I try to be somewhat patriotic. And that's why I always like stand for a national anthem. I always try to support veterans and all that. But at the same time, I get it. You want to make a statement, you don't have to do it. That's your right as an American. I think it's shitty, but you do you.
Yeah, and the thing is what I mean by we need to hold them to the same standards that they hold us is if we say something shitty at work or even outside of work, people will try and get us fired. So and that's based on their opinion. So in my opinion,
that whole Lena Dunham thing of supposedly hearing these people at the airport.
Yeah.
Talking about
Oh
this.
God. And then the airport proved her wrong. Yeah. Or the airline proved her wrong. Yeah, that was great.
God, what a fucking piece of shit.
So, you have seriously, I stopped the stream and restarted it. Hopefully it'll kick it back up.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
I don't know how well that's going to work, but anyways, the thing is like, okay, yeah, fucking YouTube is fucked. Whatever.
So I think we kind of covered our thoughts for the most part.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you all for stopping by. I'm sorry that fucking YouTube fucked it all up at the end there. Love you guys. Say bye to the people, Tanuki.
Bye, people.